Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to one of my favorite games ever. That music gets you hype, right? I mean, I can't be the only one. Like, okay. Well, look, this is Mega Man X. It's probably one of my favorite games ever. I said that already, but it bears repeating. And I know a lot of people out there. Lately, I've been talking to them, and one, because I'm speaking to some younger fans and younger friends now who never played this, and some people, I won't mention any names, just are like, oh, I never owned a Super Nintendo. That's no excuse. That's no excuse. Get over that. Mega Man X is one of my favorite games because I enjoyed it just so much as a kid. There are other reasons, and I could express to you why Mega Man X gives you such a feeling of accomplishment. But someone has already said it better than I could. And if you've never seen it, there's a show on YouTube you can find. There's not many episodes, but it's called Sequelitis. I'm going to say it one more time just so you get it. That's Sequelitis. And it's by a guy named Egoraptor. I think his actual name's like Aaron Henson or something like that. He's done a lot of different stuff. He's part of Game Grumps. If you've never seen Game Grumps, it's worth checking out. They do some really odd stuff, but I hate these bees. Get off me. There you go. Anyway, so he breaks down how Mega Man X works. For those of you who don't know, Mega Man, of course, is a great series, and they got rid of my extra life down there. And X was an attempt to kind of revitalize the series. They fast-forwarded a lot into the future. Technically, I think this is a different robot. I can't remember. But they changed up stuff a little bit. You know, it's still basic game, better graphics, better music. I'm going to keep saying that. I love the music on this. Super Nintendo had some of the best video game soundtracks, and this is one of them in my opinion. It's not the best, but it's up there. But anyway, so Egoraptor's video on Sequelitis breaks down how Mega Man, in its opening stage, which is what we're playing right now, basically teaches you how to play the game without ever actually telling you what to do. And it's beautiful. It's honestly 100% accurate. Everything that he pretty much says is how I learned as a kid how to play the game. I kind of miss games where you have to explore a little bit. They just don't tell you, press X to do this, press O to blah, blah, blah. Now, I'll admit, some games get a little frustrating when it's like, you know, like Nightshade, where, oh, how was I supposed to know that I have to press select here, then go do this one thing, wait for this one guy, you know, okay, that's a little too complicated. But when I'm talking about exploring, you know, maybe I don't need you to tell me what every button does. Maybe I can figure out that, oh, if I hold this button down, it charges, as I will demonstrate right here. So, I think that's something special. I think it's something really cool. And I'm going to stop talking about Sequelitis, but if you've never seen that video, he has an amazing one. His best one is probably Mega Man X, comparing those two. It is probably the funniest also. But he has a new one that just came out about Zelda, which I really liked also. These guys, I don't know why they have cars. I'm not going to complain. I've been watching a lot of speedruns of this game, and man, I will never be a speedrunner. I think speedruns are really cool. I love it when people find glitches and everything. I watched a couple speedruns of this game. Most of them didn't even really use glitches as much as just knowing the correct paths and figuring stuff out. Like, you purposely get to this boss with only 3 bars of life, because you can't, this is an unbeatable boss. So, you know, once you get to this point, you just have those 3 bars of life, so that he'll go ahead and imprison you with the little ball of light there, and that way you can get through this faster. This guy's name is Vile, and I was talking about things being rewarding. When I finally beat him, man, I was stoked. That's Zero. And, you know, like it's been said before, basically you're like, oh, Mega Man, you're so weak. And Zero's like, man, I'm the leader of the Maverick Hunters. Mavericks are the bad guys in these. I'm the leader of the Maverick Hunters. And you could be like me if you could go find all these capsules that Dr. Light left you and actually be like a better robot. Okay, I don't think it's ever exactly said like that, but that's the gist of it. So, just letting you know. It's very rewarding when you defeat Vile because he does kind of emasculate you. You can't beat him the first time you see him, and there's just you feel so weak, and you're having to build up so you can actually face him by getting the power from all these other robots. And then he does some serious trash talking towards the end too. And spoiler alert, you should have already played the game. He also, I think, if I remember correctly, kills Zero. Or not kills, he's a robot. He hurts him very bad, and I think maybe blows him up. I can't remember. Because Zero ends up giving you a weapon. Here we go, stage select. I know to go to Chill Penguin first. Almost every strategy I've ever read, you either go to Chill Penguin or Flame Mammoth first. And I prefer Chill Penguin because I have played this boss enough that I have his pattern down to a science. Here's another example of this awesome music, by the way. Just throwing that out there. For those of you who don't know and aren't like me and haven't watched tons of videos and read articles, and there's even a movie about the SNES Sega War, SNES always had the better music. Sega had a little bit more like hardcore, kind of industrial sounding music at times, but that's because their music chip wasn't as good. But if you want like crisp, clear music, plus I think just some of the SNES games just had better music all around. So in Japan, this series, if you don't know, Mega Man is called Rockman in Japan, and so this would be called Rockman X, which actually sounds like a really cool band name. If I ever make a band, I might just call it Rockman X. But this is a really long series. I have the collection on GameCube of the first 6 Mega Man games, and I think you can unlock another one, but I never did. I just haven't done it. Some of these games are actually kind of hard. Not necessarily beating them, but just trying to get everything, and it takes a lot of time. One day I need to sit down and do that. Here's the first capsule where we're going to have this emotional moment with our creator. When I was a kid, this always reminded me of Star Wars because of the hologram, and basically like, hey, I'm your father, I created you, here's some power. Actually, I think I kind of lost the Star Wars metaphor there, just forget I said that. But you can get a ton of power-ups, and if anyone doesn't know, if you collect all of them, in this game you can get a Hadouken maneuver from Street Fighter, which is very cool. And then, I believe it's in the second one, you can actually get a Shoryuken maneuver if you do it correctly. I don't know, I never got the second one, and I've only ever gotten the Hadouken once when I was much younger. But it's cool. If you can do it, you should do it. As I was saying, though, this is a long series, and they're not all numbered like Mega Man X1, X2, X3, X4, X5. I think it goes up to X8. But there are actually 11 games in the X series, and one of them I want to say was only for like Game Boy or something like that, so a lot of people probably don't count that one. But there's a lot of them, and I haven't played them all, and I'm kind of sad about that. I've played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I played 6, but I never beat 6. And I'm not honestly sure I beat 5. I remember I put a lot of time into 5, but I can't remember if I actually beat it or not. This game came out in the United States, I want to say it was 1994, it was like early 1994. And I remember that because I didn't have many games for my Super Nintendo at the time, but I knew I really liked Mega Man on the Nintendo, and I had a couple of friends tell me about, oh, they're making a new Mega Man. It's called Mega Man X. And I remember the confusion because, one of my friends was like, I think that's Mega Man 10. It's not. Mega Man 10 is just normal Mega Man 10. Anyway, I'm getting off track. The point of this is, though, I went to Walmart to buy this game. And they had one copy left. And I felt really lucky to have gotten this game. And I went home, and I want to say it was like a Friday or Saturday night. And I honestly did nothing but play this game for the rest of the night. And I'm okay with that. That's a life decision I can get behind. Because, honestly, this game has given me a lot of fun memories. This is a game that I think really kind of first taught me a good little bit about level design. Now, once I learned more about level design, I went back and realized a lot older games had better structures of level design and stuff like that. But, this one has multiple paths, and the way it has little hidden things, it was a good game for a kind of a lesson like that. This is the intro of the man, the king of cold, Chill Penguin. I'm going to take it really easy with him because I don't have a special weapon. And I don't feel like dying in front of you guys right now. This may seem cheap, but your mom is cheap. I don't mean that. I don't know your mother. Not well. Well, I might know some of your mothers. I don't know who's all watching this. So Chill Penguin's one of those bosses that, honestly, pattern doesn't even begin to describe it. If you've played this guy enough, you can actually just predict what his next move's going to be. He doesn't have a directly set pattern because he'll change up sometimes. And he has a couple of weird things, like if you get in certain parts of the screen, he can't hit you, like as I was demonstrating there. But he also has a weird thing, like if you get really close to him, it'll trigger him to do certain attacks. So you can kind of manipulate him into doing attacks you want. And what a lot of the speedrunners do, which I don't really have the balls to do right now, is that they'll manipulate him to do certain attacks so you can get the maximum amount of damage on him by taking a little bit of damage yourself. Because his attacks do a lot of damage, but just touching him doesn't do a whole lot. It's really interesting. I'm not going to bore you guys with more speedrun talk, I promise. And I can't hit him. He's being a pain right now and he knows it. Come on. So the other thing is that Mega Man is also going to be in Smash Brothers, which I think is amazing. Like, I love Smash Brothers already, but it seems like every version of Smash Brothers, I think, okay, well, they've kind of used up their character repertoire, and then they come out with a character that I just have to play. Like with the last Smash Bros, I was like, well, I have to play Sonic. And in this one, we're getting Mega Man. We're also getting Pac-Man, which could be really cool. I'll eat some people. Come here. That was a mistake. It's my first mistake of this fight. Just in case we're keeping score. But anyway, so I'm hoping one of his alternate costumes is going to be some type of Mega Man X costume. I would almost imagine. I'm hoping. I mean, it's got to be, right? I remember thinking it's cool because, yeah, Vile is the boss that everybody hates and remembers from this one, but Sigma is the actual main boss. And I remember thinking it was cool because you get to fight his dog, and I totally just blanked on the name of the dog. Yeah, there you go. Suck it, Penguin. But the dog is a really cool fight, and it was kind of neat because Sigma used to be a Maverick hunter, like you and Zero, and went bad, right? And his dog, or might be a wolf actually. I keep saying dog, but it reminds me of Rush. Nice. I don't know why. There's just something cool about beating a stage in Mega Man. And again, rewarding feeling, new power. And if it's a new Mega Man game and you don't already know, it's all about trying to figure out which boss it works with. Now, thankfully, we live in the age of the internet, and I know which boss it works with. Plus, I've beaten this game a bunch. Though I'll admit, I was like, okay, you go to Chill Penguin first, and then you go to Flame Mammoth, and you do all this other stuff. And then I was like, wait, I don't actually remember the other fights. And actually, I was wrong because what most people do is they take out the two easy bosses first, and then go start using the weapons. But I was like, hell no, I got this weapon, I'm gonna go ahead and start using it. Because I have the power. I was gonna make a He-Man joke, but I'm just gonna stop. Actually, this is probably a good place to end this video, because I think my commentary is getting a little sloppy. But I really just wanted to take you guys back a little bit. If you've never played this game, fix that. If you're a Mega Man fan and you want to replay this game, I totally recommend it. I actually thought I might be a little bit bored because I've played this game so much, but I don't know, it keeps me hyped. The music, again, example of the music here, is just very kind of early 90s rock, and I don't know, it just gets me moving. But anyway, if you have any suggestions of stuff you want to see reviewed or anything you want me to talk about, let me know. Until next time, guys, take it easy.